If this video gets affected by COPPA, please join my Discord server to comment on this video. Link in the description.
Previously on HunterTube.
I will be getting the Plarail model for the coach. It is in his color, which he didn't have a coach in Shooting Star coach in the movie, which everyone's gonna go after this Plarail model for the coach. I don't need the Plarail Streamlined Thomas because I'll be getting a winged Thomas for the coach.
Technically, I sort of lied. And you know what? Let's add one more engine here to make this review seem like it's not so late. Hello everyone, this is HunterTube back again, and as you saw in that little opening there, you should obviously know what this triple review is going to be on. Yes, this is the first time I'm ever doing a triple review on my channel. As you probably know, I've done double reviews in the past, but this is the first time I'm doing a triple review on 3 Plarail items, and they are Plarail Rebecca, Streamlined Thomas, and Shooting Star Gordon. So yeah. As you probably saw in the opening, it said that I would only be getting Shooting Star Gordon, but I lied and I ended up getting Streamlined Thomas as well. Because back when I said that, I had no idea that these two engines were 2-speed. So yeah, that's why I got both of them, because they're both 2-speed. And I have a feeling they will do the same thing for Plarail Kenji when he comes out next year. So anyway, let's start by picking an engine from this pile here. Okay, so we are going to go in order of how these engines came in the mail. So the first one that came was Shooting Star Gordon, then Rebecca, then Streamlined Thomas. So we will look at them in that order. So we will look at Shooting Star Gordon first. Alrighty, so here's his packaging. It says Plarail Takara Tomy. It's item TS21, and it says Plarail Shooting Star Gordon. And then it's a train, 2-speed, and ages 3 and up. And it says it's from The Great Race. And here we have a promo here, and the items in here. And also one thing, the packaging had a little bit of damage to it, but it's just a little bit of damage. And it's not as bad as Streamlined Thomas, but we'll get to that later. And right here's this side of the box. It shows a promo of the item. And on this side it shows the promo. And you have the little hook where you can hang it up like this on a shelf or on like a hook or something. Then on the top we get this. And then on the back of the box it looks like this, and it shows how to put the batteries in. And then that has 2 speeds. Then all the warnings, then the support, and then the year it was manufactured, ST19, which means the Shooting Star Gordon that I have here was made in 2019. So yeah, now let's get to unboxing him. Alright, time to unbox Shooting Star Gordon. And fun fact, I already opened these up and played with all 3 of them. So this is technically a re-unboxing shot. Alright, Gordon, out you come. Here's a little sheet. You can get rid of this box and the styrofoam. And we will continue to take him out. Alright, this bag can go away, along with the rest of the styrofoam. Let's take a closer look at him. Alrighty, so here's Shooting Star Gordon as a whole. So now let's take a closer look at his separate pieces, starting with the front of Gordon. So, as you can see, here's his face. It's happy, unlike the Trackmaster version. And yes, I will be comparing all three of these engines to their Trackmaster counterparts. Just wait till you see Gordon's comparison, you'll be shocked. And there's his streamlining front. Here's his side. And then there's his star emblem. I mean, look at all these 3D elements they have going on here. Here's the back. Pretty much nothing except for 2016 Untitled Thomas Limited. And here's the other side. You have actual bogey wheels. And yeah, and then here's the top. You have a round funnel, whistles, and then the switch. And as you can tell, here's speed 1, and here's speed 2. Woo! Look at him go. And yeah, so now we are going to move on to the next part of Gordon, which is his tender. So yeah, this is his tender, and it has all the racing stripes and things. Number 4. Here's the top. And what I like about this is how they cleverly reused the old style coal cover from like the tender powered engine. Like the engines that where you would put the batteries in the tender. I just love how they did that. Anyway, here's the front. And here's the back. And then, sadly, the buffers aren't painted. Why? I don't know. But I think it's doing it to save budget. And here's the other side. It has blue wheels. Here's the underneath. And yeah, that's Gordon's tender. Now we're going to take a look at the special part of this set, which is the coach. So yeah, this is like one of the reasons why I originally wanted this thing, because of the coach. And it's actually in his color, so yeah, it's in his like shooting star look. And fun fact, this never appeared in the movie. I mean, kudos to Tomy for making a coach, a shooting star Gordon coach. Also, this coach will be used in my series from now on. So yeah, there's all those stripes and things. Here's the back, pretty much plain. The other side looks exactly the same. Then here's the front. And yeah, here's the underneath. Here's the top. And yeah, that was the coach. Anyway, that was your look at Shooting Star Gordon. Now we are going to compare him to the Trackmaster version and give you a little surprise that Tomy never confirmed themselves. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unscrew Gordon to do this. Now you may be thinking, why am I unscrewing Gordon if I already have a battery in him? Well, as you can see, this chassis pretty much looks like the new chassis that all the Plarail engines have. So I have the Super Speed chassis here, and they look pretty much the same, right? Well, Tomy didn't confirm this themselves, but it is actually part of the swap. But this Gordon can actually have the swappable chassis type of deal. But here's the only reason why they didn't confirm it. Look how weird this looks. There's like no middle wheel, and then there's no side rod. This is why Tomy didn't confirm it. Just look how weird this looks. This looks so weird in so many ways. And then you can take your other engine here and make it even weirder. Like that. This is how Trackmaster Kenji looks. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna give everyone back their original chassis. And we're gonna now compare Plarail Shooting Star Gordon to the Trackmaster one. Yeah. Alrighty, I've got the Trackmaster Shooting Star Gordon with me, and what you're about to see is gonna blow your mind away. we'll start off by comparing the fronts. And get ready. Look at this. Look how much more accurate the Plarail front is compared to the Trackmaster. I mean, look at this. This just curves down like that. And it doesn't even stick out. Unlike this one, it actually sticks out properly. I mean, what Trackmaster did, they just made this huge gap here to make it seem like it would stick out. But Plarail, on the other hand, just did it so much better. Oh my gosh. And yeah. And then the Trackmaster one actually has like the boiler band things where his like boiler sort of bursted. And then like Trackmaster has like blue handrails, while Plarail has accurate silver ones. I mean, even the lamp is more accurate on Plarail. And get this, Plarail did an even more accurate funnel. Come on, Mattel. What were you thinking? Rectangle funnel? Jeez. And then even the Plarail one has a whistle, while Trackmaster has nothing. This just shows how much better the Plarail one is already. I mean, and then one thing that Trackmaster did that Plarail didn't is that they gave it, like, piston details. And then, get ready. Look how much 3D depth this one has. As in, like, let me get some sort of pointer thing. Like, that is, like, 3D depth right there. Like how that, look how that's popping out along with that. Like this, it's just all flat. Everything is one layer. While this is like many different layers at once. That is impressive. I mean, this is a whole bunch of different layers at once. While this thing is just all one layer. Nothing special. Also, Trackmaster gave theirs a like handle right there. Wow, Plarail has nothing. But the extra details that the Trackmaster one gave will never outbeat the Plarail one. This Plarail one just shows you how good it is. Also, look how deep this is into here. I mean, almost the entire tip of that screwdriver is down in that depth. Unlike this one, you can still see the literal tip of that screwdriver. This just shows how much more deep the Plarail one is when compared to the Trackmaster. I mean, this is literal impressiveness right here. Plarail already has more points than the Trackmaster one. So yeah. Anyway, now let's compare the tenders. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. This Shooting Star Gordon is more of the Plarail one is more of a Gordon type blue, while this one is like a sparkly, brighter blue, which isn't really that accurate to Gordon. So there's another point for Plarail. Anyway, now let's look at the tenders. So, as you can obviously see, the Trackmaster one is shorter in length to the Plarail one. So yeah. And if we look, Trackmaster actually has like a little step ladder thing, but that still won't beat the epicness of the Plarail one. And then I detailed the back myself. These would both be blank. And then this is what beats the Trackmaster one, literally. Look at the buffers. They're circles. Look at the buffers on the Plarail one. They're ovals. Look at the buffers, Trackmaster. Look at the buffers, Plarail. Yeah, Plarail did the accurate buffers, while Trackmaster is like, oh, let's just give it circle buffers. No one will notice. But yeah, everyone in the entire fandom who got this model noticed. Anyway, here's the fronts. And then the other sides. But yeah, that's 2 more points for the Plarail one. And now we are going to compare coaches. Okay, I bet you're all wondering out there, how am I going to compare coaches if there was never a Trackmaster coach? Well, back in 2016, I made my own custom Shooting Star Gordon coaches. We are going to compare the actual thing to my customs here. So yeah, both of these are a little different since they're two different coaches. We're going to compare this coach first. Alrighty, so as you can see, with this coach, it's sort of like a mix of colors because I had no idea what to do. And then I used the chassis for the dark blue. Unlike how Plarail did it, they just made the chassis black. And they put the dark blue up higher. And then what I did is I made the curve, like the dark blue curve that they have in the tender. Like you see there, that dark blue curve triangle bit upward. I did that towards the end of the coach on both sides to make it seem cooler because I thought that's what it would accurately look like, but apparently not. It just goes flat. But anyway, and then another thing I did on my coach is I made the roof blue because I thought it would match Gordon more. But I think the black roof looks better than the blue roof. But yeah, and then pretty much the rest is like bluish everything. And then you can sort of still see Clarabelle's face. But yeah, that was that coach. Now we're going to compare this coach. Okay, but one more little thing before I compare this coach. I made an error while creating it. As you can see, this side looks pretty good because it's all bright and bluish. Bright bluish. And then there's the back thing. So, this is the back of the coach. What should be here? There's nothing. Well, what's up here? The slant. Yes, I was not paying attention when making this coach, and I ended up putting the slant on this side of the coach towards the front, and then this side of the coach towards the back. So this coach is pretty much a failed custom. But this coach here was made from the F unit, the red F unit coach from the Super Deluxe City Railway set. And then, as you can see, the coach actually looks pretty accurate compared to the Gordon one. It's just the fact that the dark blue is the chassis bit. I mean, this coach is pretty much almost identical because of the bright blue scheme, and yeah, the only real error is that this side really didn't turn out as blue. It turned out more greenish, and the fact that I failed the slant. But yeah, that was your coach comparison. So yeah, what are my thoughts on the Plarail Shooting Star Gordon? My thoughts are a perfect 10 out of 10. I recommend you get it at a decent price. I got mine for like $21, which is pretty much the normal price for a Plarail engine. So yeah, and I bet you're all wondering out there, how does the Trackmaster one look with the Plarail coach? Well, let's see. Alrighty, so here's Trackmaster Shooting Star Gordon with Plarail coach. And honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, everything pretty much lines up except for the blue here. This is the whole reason why I made the blue, the chassis on my coaches, because then it would line up better. But yeah, it actually doesn't look that bad. Anyway, now that Gordon's out of the way, let's move on to our next engine. And we're going to go a bit out of order here of how I got them in the mail. We're just going to go straight to Streamlined Thomas because I want to get the streamliners out of the way first. Okay, so here's Thomas's packaging. And remember how I said that Shooting Star Gordon's packaging was a little damaged? Well, look at Streamlined Thomas. Is damaged here, literally coming apart. Damaged here. Huge dent here. Yeah, no joke. There's like this giant dent. Dent there. Dent there. There's a huge dent there, and it's literally ripping up in this corner here. Yeah. This packaging is literally damaged everywhere I look. Kudos to the seller for giving me some sort of damaged package. Good job. Yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get a closer look at the package. So it says Plarail TS20, Plarail Streamlined Thomas. And the contents are train, 2-speed, and ages 3 and up. Showing a great race. There's the promo. And then here's this side of the box. And this side of the box. And the thing to hang it on a hook. Here's the top of the box. Here's the back of the box. And then here's the bottom of the box. Yeah. Let's get to re-unboxing him. Alright, coming in for the re-unboxing. So, here's a piece of styrofoam. Here comes Thomas and his instructions. Also, we never looked at Gordon's instructions. Yes, everyone's instructions are exactly the same. Goodbye box. Goodbye styrofoam. And let's get Thomas out of his plastic bag. Goodbye bag. And goodbye styrofoam. Also, one more thing. This piece of styrofoam is like wrapped in tape. Anyway, goodbye. Alrighty, so here is Thomas. And since I forgot to do this with Gordon, let's just look at his instruction booklet. Alrighty, so here is the booklet that would come with all 3 engines. And it's just saying all the spare parts and things and not to put in your hair and all the spare parts and yeah. So that's the instruction booklet thing with both Thomas and Gordon. So goodbye. Anyway, now let's get a closer look at Thomas. Starting with Thomas himself. So, here's the Streamlined Thomas. Here's the front. His face is happy. Here's his lamp. And all his extra details and things and his stripes. And here's the side. And all his streamlined goodness. And then here's his number 1. Then one thing I hate about the paint on the Plarail Thomas models is like, look at this side. Look how blurry and bad this turned out. This side didn't turn out that well. I mean, look at the red here. The white is almost about to cover up all that red. And then on this wheel arch here, it's like so bad. It's like leaning over. And the colors are like sort of mixing together. You can barely see it, but yeah. This side didn't turn out that well with the red and white stripes. This side turned out a bit better, though. And continues along. And here's his door. Some more white stripes. Some red. The back, we have a lamp detail. And then no painted buffers. Honestly, the buffers are like kind of in the wrong spot too. But the only reason they did that is because they need the tabs to be in the place where the buffers are. And then here's the other side again. And here's the top. We actually have whistles in there. And there's this funnel. Then we have the switch where we have the 2-speed. And yeah, that was Thomas. Oh, also he has like this little dip in his top here. Like how it dips. And yeah, that was Thomas. Now let's look at his 2 faithful coaches. Alrighty, so here is Annie. Here's her front. It has the classic shocked face. Then the chassis is literally red. And then we have the stripes. It says Annie. We have blue wheels. Black roofs. Here's the back. Red chassis. Blue model. And here's the other side. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Annie. And then Clarabelle It's pretty much the same, apart from the face and the nameplate. So yeah, these two are pretty much the same. Anyway, now we will compare the Plarail Streamlined Thomas to the Trackmaster one. But before we do that, I just need to mention that Thomas has the exact same thing as Shooting Star Gordon, where he does have the swappable chassis feature, but Plarail doesn't confirm it because it'll look very, very weird. So anyway, let's get on to comparing them. Alrighty, so we will compare the Thomases first. So, as you can see, the front here, the Trackmaster one has a determined face, while the Plarail one has just a normal happy face. But the Trackmaster one actually has these little stripy details. Technically, I add the redness, but it has that little detail there. And then the Plarail one has nothing, so that's like 1 point Trackmaster. Although, the thing that part did on the Trackmaster one is that it made it really, really fat and non-accurately shaped. While the Plarail one is, like, accurately shaped. Like, look how fat this one is. And we move over to this one and see how skinny it is. And how much more room it has to make some accurate things. Like, look how long that is. Like, look how wide that is compared to the Plarail. I mean, the Plarail could even do more with their wheel arches. Like, look how skinny that is compared to that. And then, the Plarail one is actually longer because they had to fit the 2-speed chassis in there. Probably would have been more accurately lengthed if they didn't give them the 2-speed chassis, but I don't mind. And then the Trackmaster one has no whistle detail, while the Plarail one does. Plarail has a more accurate funnel, while Trackmaster doesn't. Plarail actually has the dip in the boiler thing, while Trackmaster doesn't. I added these extra details to the Trackmaster. Also, Trackmaster has like a handrail, while the Plarail one doesn't. Like, Plarail is more accurately shaped. They're both pretty much accurately shaped, although this is like triangular, this is like slopity slope. And then, yeah. Then the backs, I added the back detail. So, normally this would be blank. And this just shows you where the buffers would normally be compared to the Plarail. And they both have a back lamp. So we're pretty much equal with the back. And they both have handrails right here and here. At least they're both accurately colored. Also, the lamp is a bit different. That one's just silver, while that one is like white and red. And yeah, that was the comparison of Thomas's. Now we are going to compare Annie and Clarabelle. And I bet you're wondering, how are you going to compare Annie and Clarabelle if there is never a streamlined version? Well, technically, there are the winged Thomas coaches. So I'll compare these to the Plarail coaches. As you can obviously tell, the Trackmaster ones are like way shorter in length. Yeah. Just be glad Mattel is fixing this problem later this year. I'm so glad for Mattel and their new design team. These ones have goggles, of course. I added the red chassis myself. These guys' roofs are white, while these ones are black. They both have like a similar white stripe. Yeah. Here's your face comparison. And yeah, that was like your coach comparison. Anyway, so what are my thoughts on the Plarail Streamlined Thomas? My thoughts are exactly the same as Shooting Star Gordon. A perfect 10 out of 10. And I recommend you get this one as well, if you can find it for a good price. I got mine for like $22, I think. And yeah. Just try to avoid the sellers that have the damaged box, because me and Leo Kim Video got trapped into the damaged box situation. So yeah. So anyway, that was Streamlined Thomas. And now we are going to look at the final engine in this triple review, which is Rebecca here. So, fun fact about Rebecca. Her packaging had no damage at all. Apart from maybe like some sort of dent right there. But yeah, pretty much no damage at all. So, here's her front of the box. No idea what that says. But it says Plarail, TS08, Plarail Rebecca. And then it's just a train, and it's just 3 and up. No high-speed throws and spills with this one. And then here's her promo picture. And then we have the top. And then this side. And this side. And the bottom. And here we have the back. How to put the batteries in. All the warnings. And then, yeah. This is made in 2019. Anyway, let's get the re-unboxing her. Alright, coming in for the final unboxing of this video. So yeah, this Rebecca is actually pretty decent in my thoughts. And when we get to looking at the comparing it to the Trackmaster Rebecca, there will be quite a lot of differences, and I'm having trouble getting this piece of styrofoam out. Got it. Goodbye. And now let's pull Rebecca out. Get rid of these instructions. Get rid of this box. And let's pull her out. Oh dear. Okay, there's the tanker. And there's the rest of her. Alrighty, so here's Rebecca out of the box. So, let's take a closer look at her. Starting with the front of Rebecca. So, this Rebecca has like way more details than the Trackmaster version. As you can see, it has the little things there. The buffers are bigger. The lamps are bigger. She has a coupling hook. And then her face is like so much more accurate. I love this face. I mean, this face is so accurate to the actual show. And then here's her side. I mean, what I don't like about this is how they like changed it from navy blue to black. Although, what I do like is that this roof here, I don't know if you can see it, but it actually has like a little sparkle to it. It's like little sparkly things in the roof here. And I actually like that. It takes back all the things that don't have the navy blue, so it kind of makes it look more navy bluish with the sparkles. And then this little front bit is just black with no sparkles at all. And here we have Rebecca. And also, the details on Rebecca are all stickers. Unlike the Streamlined Thomas and Shooting Star Golden, which are painted. Well, they're painted. Rebecca has stickers. And then she actually has bogey wheels, unlike the Trackmaster version. And then there's her nameplate. There's her stripes, number 22. Her windows. She doesn't have those windows. And then the top, she has whistle detail. Here's her funnel. Yeah, her wheels are yellow. Here's her back. It says 2018 Glenn Thomas Limited. And here's the other side. More stickers. More bogies. More black. And then she's just a 1-speed. So yeah. Also, she doesn't have painted buffers, but I don't mind. It's only on like recurring characters, as in like characters that have been reused, and like newer releases of characters that have already been released in the player line that I care about that don't have painted buffers. It's like if a character that has painted buffers starts getting their buffers not painted, I get mad. So either way. Yeah, and then she has rivets, and then her little details there. Just loads of rivets. I counted them once, and now I completely forgot how many rivets she has. So yeah, that was the front. Okay, so I just counted, and it is apparent that Plarail Rebecca has 90 rivets. So either way, let's get to looking at the tender here. And yeah, the tender is way more accurate than the Trackmaster one. And then here's a sticker here. And then what I think is that this sticker kind of made it a mix of black and blue. So it looks like this very dark navy black blue kind of thing. So it kind of looks bluish. So yeah, it's sort of a fair point. Then she has yellow wheels. And then she has like fake wheels to make it seem like she has 6 wheels on her tender. And then this whole piece here is black. Then she has her things here. I don't know what they're called. And here's her water tank. And she has a ladder on the back. And then her buffers on the back are like tiny. I mean, it's weird. The Trackmaster Rebecca has normal buffers on her tender, and then tiny buffers on the front. But then the Plarail Rebecca does the exact opposite. Normal buffers on the front, and then tiny buffers on the tender. It's weird. And here's the other side. Also, one more thing about this tender is that we actually have the orange stripe, unlike on the Trackmaster version. And here's the front. And the underside. And yeah, that was the tender. And now, let's look at this tanker here. So, it's just the generic green tanker with nothing special about it. So yeah, that's all it is, just a generic green tanker. Anyway, now that we looked at Rebecca, let's compare it to the Trackmaster model. And we'll start off by comparing the fronts. So yeah. See, look how small these buffers are on the Trackmaster one. Well, we look at Plarail, and that one has like real accurate buffers. And then the lamps are generally like sort of the same size, it's just they're in a different position. And then the Plarail one actually has a coupling hook, while the Trackmaster one doesn't. And then look at these faces. This Plarail one looks more like an accurate Rebecca face. And then, as you can see, this one has like these little flangey things, while this one has nothing. And then the lamps are obviously different. This one has a more accurate lamp, while this one is just a round lamp. If we look on the sides here, you can obviously tell. Look at this. The Plarail one has so many rivets, while this one is just blank. I mean, what the heck? It's just blank. The only rivets on this thing are right here. This thing has 45 rivets on each side, making that thing have 90 rivets. And then this one actually has like window detail there. Well, it doesn't, just has no window at all. And then if you look at the tops here, you can obviously see the difference between navy blue and black. Plarail has a whistle, while Trackmaster has nothing. The funnels are sort of the same. Plarail Rebecca is longer. The cab of Trackmaster Rebecca is longer. Yeah. The orange stripe sort of just disappears, while on this one it just keeps going. This one has bogies, while this one doesn't. Yeah, there's so many differences between these things. The backs are pretty much the same. And yeah, it's literally the ultimate comparison right there of the fronts. And now we're going to compare the tenders. So, first off, you can obviously tell that the Plarail one is longer than the Trackmaster. The Trackmaster has like the navy blue, unlike the Plarail. So yeah. And then the NWR seems to be bigger. The orange is literally nowhere on the Trackmaster, while it's apparent on the play rail. Like, the only thing that makes the orange appear is you can barely see it on camera, but this, like, little thing here that is very easy to scratch off. I don't know if you can see it, but you can sort of see my scratch marks there, meaning you can see it. So yeah, that's your orange. And then, like, the Trackmaster, Plarail made it all the way around, which Trackmaster was originally going to do with this navy blue spot on their prototype. And the barrels aren't painted. They both have a ladder at the back. And then, see, look, real buffers, tiny manipular ones. I don't get it. And then the Trackmaster one has black wheels, while Plarail has yellow wheels. And yeah, here's your front. And then here's your other side. Yeah. And then your tops. This just shows you how much more detail the Plarail one has. But the fact that they rejected the navy blue. So yeah, what are my final thoughts on this Plarail Rebecca? Like the other two engines that I reviewed in this video, it's a perfect 10 out of 10. I recommend that you get it, and I got mine for like pretty much the same price as the other engines. And then, as you all remember, this Trackmaster Rebecca came with the accessories for the dream sequence. So what I'm gonna do in this little thing, I'm gonna try and see if I can get the accessories onto the Plarail one. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. They are on, sort of. It sort of works. Yeah, there's your Plarail Rebecca with accessories, everyone. If you want it to work, you have to hold it down with your fingers. Okay, got it to work. There's your Plarail Rebecca with accessories if you wanted it. So yeah. Let's take the accessories off and put Rebecca with the others. Okay, so now that we looked at all three engines, we're going to give all three of them a run on my little Plarail layout setups. In 3, 2, 1, go! run, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this long review, triple review. And if you did, leave a like, leave a comment. And if this video gets affected by COPPA, comment on my Discord server, which is in the description. And I'll see you in the next video, which will be a special surprise. So stay tuned.